Happy Friday night, everybody. Wanted to continue the mental cleanse and share with you a few of the things that I do for my brain that really help me stay juiced. Juiced is the key and operative word. So, about a week ago, I think it was, I got to see Tony Robbins for, I don't know, the third or fourth time. Welcome, welcome, everyone. And he was using the word juiced. What do we do to keep ourselves juiced? What do we do to allow ourselves to thrive? So, in those questions, I also want to say that passion is the light side of obligation. People who are passionate have a want to approach to their life and their work. We desire it. We want to take brain octane oil. We want to drink herbal teas. We want to drink anti-inflammatories. There is a bigger purpose to what we're doing. So I wanted to go through a lot of the things that I do on a regular basis, and these include many, many, many of them. So I'm going to switch the camera around. Hi, everyone. So talking about passion and obligation, talking about foods, drinks tonight that fuel yourself, drinks that help your brain function optimally. So when doing a mental cleanse and choosing to focus on what's working in your life, choosing to focus on the good and the greatness of everything that's happening, if we are choosing and we are coming from that want to place in our life, then I always have desire to figure out what are the things that are going to make my brain function optimally? What are the things that are going to make my body function optimally? How am I going to show up as a bigger, better person? I had a friend today in the office, super fun, who said, I wish I had the quote. I'll quote it in the next few days, as he promised to get me some quotes from Gene Keys. And he said basically that it's like your spirit wants to jump out of your skin. If your spirit isn't wanting to jump out of your skin, then we're doing something wrong. We're missing a few pieces. And there's no right or wrong, but we're missing a few pieces. Because see, we come here to play, to be our biggest, brightest light, and to shine and to have a blast with people and to step into what our gifts are. And if we don't know what our gifts are, then a mental cleanse is a pretty good way to connect with yourself, to be able to hear your thoughts through meditation. That was mindfulness and meditation yesterday. And oftentimes we're clogging ourselves with sugar, with food, with addictive things that aren't serving us, that are actually taking us away from our biggest, best, highest purpose. So when we're coming from obligation in the act of the operating system clarity, it means that our lights are knocked out. It means that we're plugged into the wrong outlet, that we haven't really figured out what truly juices us up yet. And we're doing things for other people. We're doing things seeking outside of ourselves, not seeking within. And within is where everything happens. We know exactly what we need to do. We know exactly what we came here for. Sometimes we forget. We get bogged down by the obligation of life, by the obligation of children, by the obligation of marriages, by the obligation of a lot of things. And the Ruiz family, a couple weeks ago when I was at the shaman gathering, we're talking about the one and only till death do us part. The one and only till death do us part is me to myself from the moment I entered into this planet until I leave. That hit home for me in a really big way, as I've been for at least a good 25 years of my life an outside seeker, waiting for somebody else to tell me what to do, waiting for others to show me the way. And in the last 5 years, I really realized that it's the internal work. It's all right here. I'm the only one that can change and that can figure out what I'm here for and why I'm here. So, not sure if this is helpful. It's a little bit of a side topic in a mental cleanse, but basically, reason for doing a mental cleanse is so that we can get quiet with ourselves, that we can really figure out why we're here. So, a couple things I wanted to share with you tonight are kombucha. I don't know how many of you drink kombucha, but it's phenomenal for your belly, for the polyphenols that are in there, the electrolytes, the enzymes, fantastic for your stomach. And then this is tantric turmeric, which is even more fun. So turmeric is phenomenal for decreasing inflammation in our body. Then we've got my favorite Birds and Bees tea is grounded tea. Tons of vitamins and minerals, fantastic for your nervous system, frayed nerves, overstimulation, vitamin C, lots of vitamins and minerals. So I love to steep mine a really long time, 10, 12 hours, do cold brews, do hot brews, all kinds of different things. And that helps nourish my brain. That helps keep me on track and keep me healthy. And then I got to hear Dave, I'm totally blanking on his name, the founder of Bulletproof. This man is amazing. He has done phenomenal amounts of research over the last, I don't know how many years, was very, very wealthy early on. I love people who are wealthy early on and have the ability or that desire, that passion, right? That want to, that is burning inside of them, that can't wait to jump out. So he started doing a ton of testing on his body and figuring out how well his brain was actually working. And only a percentage of his brain was working. So he's on a mission to figure out, how do I biohack the body? How do we biohack our physiology and figure out the optimal? What if we're only using 10% of our brain? If we're only using 10% of our brain and there's 90% more, let's figure out how to use that so that we can really show up in a great, phenomenal way, not with our lights knocked out, not out of obligation. So hope some of this is helpful for you. Another thing that's really, really key and really helpful is asking yourself the question, what's different? What's different today in the last 24 hours in my performance? Is we get in this cycle of thinking that everything is the same and we're showing up the same place for work, the same situation with the rat race of life every day, and it's so far from the same. So a lot of the beauties and a lot of the gifts and the keys in life are figuring out what's different today, because each day is an absolute blessing. So I hope you all have a wonderful Friday night, a great, great, great weekend, and thanks for joining me in this mental cleanse. I hope some of these things are really helpful for you, and I'll look forward to seeing you later. Thanks so much. Have a great night.